Come on in. Y'all already know what time it is. It's a lot going. It's all over his head, I guess. There's a lot of people coming in the room. Oh my God. Who up? What's up? While on Wednesday, what's going on? What's going on?
What's going on a Wild Out Wednesday? They know what's going on a Wild Out Wednesday. See, where you at? Pop up. Hey, see my boy.
It's something about. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wild Out Wednesday. I'm your man D. Chris, coming to you live and in living color, all across the land. If you're in the room, please put life in the comment section. If you're in the room, please put life in the comment section below. We are always live on Wild Out Wednesday.
It's in the top cabinet right there.
All right, now we're gonna do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring on to the camera, yes, my lovely sister, Miss Bianca, aka Bubbles.
Yeah! Hey, brother! What's going on? Yes!
The people. Everyone, I love Miss Bianca. Hailing all the way Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia.
What's up, Bianca girl?
Hey, whoever that is, what's up?
She said,
What is up?
Do you have your shot ready?
Oh, I got my wine ready.
Okay, I'll take a shot for the both of us.
where's Bianca?
Is that Mark?
Oh, don't say my name, baby. Don't say my
What's
name.
up?
I went over the script earlier.
How you doing, baby?
Where's your
I'm good, boo.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I love California. I'm going down to California real soon. Everybody that's riding with me.
She's in Atlanta.
I'm going to California soon. My bad.
Good for you,
my bad. Atlanta gonna be after California. My bad. But I am California.
I feel what you mean. I feel you though.
It's like that drunk uncle at the family reunion. Right.
I'm in this ass like some fucking
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Wow.
We're going to get right on into it, y'all, because...
Oh, that's good.
Girl, no.
Ah! I cannot.
Yeah, I just
Aw. It's nice seeing you, Mark.
So we're going to get right on into it. You know, how are you feeling, Miss Bianca? Are you feeling blessed? How are you feeling mentally tonight?
I am feeling amazing. I've been feeling real tranquil. It's been raining here, so it's just been a rainy day. But I like rain. I like to sleep. I like to fuck in the rain. It's all good to me. You know, it's been a good day to me.
Yeah. Well, everyone, we're going to get right on into what we're going to be talking about tonight. First up, we're going to be talking about DojaCat. Somebody's cat. DojaCat. Whole cat. Alley cat.
Pussycat. Shit.
yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Okay.
My friends are chimed in. Okay.
Go get this started. So, DojaCat is finally speaking out about the wave of backlash of her old videos, which a lot of people found offensive. The two hashtags. One,
Because that bitch ain't black.
right, DojaCat is over party, and OnlyClans. Those two hashtags were trending on Twitter. I seen it, and I did hear what a lot of people have to say on YouTube, Snapchat, all social media platforms, and she was on live. Did you see her live? She did that 6 hours. I said 6 hours. It felt like 6 hours. Apollo live. I feel like I'm we work with anti-black interaction, but I don't know, a lot of people just called her out on her shit. For real. Like, what's your input?
I mean, I kind of feel that in regards to like all of her expression that she put out there, I feel like she entitled to kind of feel how she want to feel first and foremost. And in regards to a lot of people that kind of like called her out, I feel like this: if you feel so strongly in regards to like how she, you know, how maybe she conduct herself, because I feel like it's all of these apologies and stuff always come out after people or their team always want to tell them like, hey, you need to make an apology and this and that and the other, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, y'all should know by now that all of this is a big ass game. It's coerced. It's not real. It's not genuine to the most part. So I mean, if you really feel as much as y'all be talking so big on, then definitely just like, you know, stop putting money towards it. If you feel so strongly, don't put your money towards it. Money is really like the all end game at the end of the day. But you know, that's just me. I don't particularly like, you know, she's not my person that I go to listen to music on a normal basis. Like, but for those people that seen her commentary, they felt some type of way. Well, shit, stop listening to her then, or do some more research into it if that's how you really feel. But all of these artists and musicians and All of this is, they do this all the time, y'all. Like, this is nothing new. It's literally nothing new.
And also, a lot of people came at her for didn't do nothing. Now, she did explain what that meant. And she said that a lot of people got that intertwined, mixed up. Exactly. You know, oh, Diddy is on the side of me.
I'm sorry. I'm just like,
I'm so like, wait, who talking?
I feel like she got caught up in some bullshit. Now
Yeah.
she did that 6 hour rant. They caught her ass doing that bullshit, and she trying to validate herself and clear her name. But you got caught, sister, and it's okay. You know, now that you've been caught, you need to let people know, hey, I fucked up. Everybody fucked up.
They do. I mean, they put so much on the high plateau of these people, and they do forget that they're human. And before the fame kicked in, and that just kind of like they want to elevate them so high, and so they feel like can't nothing be done wrong. But like I said, at the end of the day, if that's how you really feel so strongly, then you don't have to support their music. You don't have to listen to them, or you can do more research into it and then just not, make your own decision on your own. But at the end of the day, like, yes, she did make an apology to kind of clear her name, but a lot of people do that too. So that kind of just goes into how do you feel about her as a person at the end of the day, not as an artist.
And also, she had to clear up that didn't do nothing, didn't have nothing to do with police brutality. Because a lot of people that, looked into that felt that it had something to do with police brutality and Sandra Bland and all that other bullshit like that. And she was just like, no, it has nothing to do with that at all. People are really just getting it all mixed up. And I'm just like, whatever, you're on a major scale, platform. Like, you have to really be cautious about how you present things, how you entitle your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that all plays a big factor like you
Okay.
I'm about to say, like, you cut off.
I could really think that the thing that happened with the black guy in Minneapolis or in Hennepin County, do you think that would have happened with a white guy? Say,
You said if you wait, who are you referencing to?
the guy that got pinned down by his neck.
Oh, you talking about George Floyd?
Yeah.
Now,
do you think that would have happened if it was a predominantly white guy in that same circumstance, playing forgery on a check or whatever?
Well, since we kind of fast forwarding the situations, but it's hard to say. I mean, we done seen, this is the thing. The factor of that we're actually just seeing everything through cameras and everything, we're seeing a lot of our material. So we're not seeing a lot of the other people's material. And we're getting infuriated more and more because of the stuff that is being presented to us.
Yeah.
So, we can say, like, because we can't say that they may not get it either.
Uh-huh.
But from the material that we see on a daily basis, we always saying that the most inhumane things of police brutality is happening based off of some simplest shit that could have been resolved on another way.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of that through social media platforms, through the news. We're getting that constantly. So if we was to be able to see the whole well-rounded, like, because I know that for a fact that we getting it, but we don't know what the Asians look like. We don't know if Nigerians are getting it because we're just seeing African Americans from America. We're not seeing if Nigerians are getting it or if other different countries or Asians are getting it. We don't see any of that. We see us. But then and then at the end of the day, the stuff that we're seeing, we're not producing any type of complete results. So that way we can actually stop seeing this shit on a regular basis. So once we actually get that together, then we won't see it no more.
Yeah. And do you think it's a different? Do you think it's a difference in like places in Chicago, or do you think it's a places in a difference in like all right, from Chicago, from where I am in fucking Missouri? Do you think it's a difference between Missouri, Illinois, or Manhattan, or it's just like
you talking about in regards to the happenings?
Regards with the blacks actually being part of those people that's been targeted.
First off, like if you look at all of the statistics of a lot of the the victims of police brutality, they have been literally in different locations. So it technically does not mean that because you're from Chicago, you're more likely to be targeted, or because you're from Atlanta, you're more likely to be targeted. It doesn't technically matter. It's been in different locations. Like, nobody really don't hear shit about Minneapolis, but that happened. So it's not necessarily dictated to a particular location. It's particularly to a certain people. So that's what I'm saying. And like I said, like even with the thing like with Ahmaud Arbery, he was in another part of Georgia when that happened. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that was some shit that kind of like really threw me a little bit, because I'm like, I'm not too far from that nigga. I'm really not. So I'm like, that shit kind of like took me for a loop a little bit, because I'm like, he's within my region of that shit can happen to anybody I know or myself. So it can happen anywhere.
Right.
All right.
The thing is, we don't see the faces on the north. We don't know who the faces are that can come and make a situation drastic.
I know, but it's my show.
What you say, David?
Okay. So all I gotta say is, I don't like police brutality on black men, on blacks at any time. What happened this past weekend really hurted me. Why? Why did it hurt me? It hurt me because supporting this one officer being a black man on black.
Chill out, Mark.
But other than that, like, we have to stand together as we can't be separate. We can't be running away from the situation. We got to go about the situation the right way. Now, I do understand what everyone is doing in those spaces with protesting and doing all of what they do. However, for every action, there's a reaction. In us, America, we must realize that for every action there is a reaction. Yes, bad actions are committed, but that to be put out there in public on film of a black man dying on camera, of a black man being.
It's always a fucking black man dying, bro. I'm tired of that shit.
Mark?
I'm fucking tired of a fucking black man dying on motherfucking camera. It's fucked up. We shouldn't have to fucking keep dying on camera, bro.
I like your tattoo, Mark. I like your tattoo.
Y'all fucking turned up and shit.
Why? You tripping? Your shirt is open on my show.
Alright, my bad. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. I love you, Bubba's baby. But for real, we shouldn't have to fucking die on camera. Or anybody else, they don't fucking do that shit. You know, you gotta fucking.
I agree with Mark.
Other people.
You have to excuse me a little emotional about the topic at hand. And I understand, but let's talk about what.
Oh, hell!
A bright red as the part of the day. Now, I fuck with him for supporting his child's decision. I support Gabby and Dwayne. I do. I'm not in a personal business or whatever, but I'm fucking with how they are supporting and backing their child's decision to live their truth. To really let them know that, hey, yes, you're in America. Yes, you are free. Yes, you are, able to do whatever you want to do, whatever you put your mind to. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's legal.
Right.
You know?
That part. That part.
But I will say this. Their red hair gotta go.
Yes. Now that he could have did any other color. He could have did any other color. Bruh, look. He could have did any other color. He could have did any other color. Like hell, he could have did yellow. He could have did a platinum blonde and did a little Cisco movement or something. But that red boy, oh my God.
Red gotta go. Now, moving right along. Let's talk about Quavo. Quavo graduates high school at 29 years of age. I congratulate him with my drink in my hand. It's never too late to get education. America, if you own this live watching me right now, it's never too late to get an education. If you don't have a high school diploma, go and get it. They have night school for adults. If you got a high school diploma and you went to college and you finished, it's never too late to go back, go finish, go get it. Go get your blessing. It's never too late. You only get one life. But own it.
Yep.
So
yeah. I'm definitely, because I'm like so proud of him, because if you really think about it, a lot of the artists do not have degrees. Now, some of them were a lot of them were very fortunate to be able to, get discovered by, some greats, but a lot of them was like, of course, they're going to take the money, over education. Not saying that they stupid, but, they would probably know a little bit more if they decided to do that and then do the education. But a lot of times it's either one or the other. And maybe you get homeschooled or wherever you at, or get a tutor. But, for him to actually take that initiative, that is a wonderful thing. Even if it is just a high school, like some people don't do that much. So that was a wonderful deed that he did. Like, shoot, he need to go ahead and go to Lincoln for college. Shit, see what happens.
Motherfucking Lincoln for college.
Shoot, I'm just saying.
Now let's talk about what really happened this weekend. Everybody getting lit. Let's talk about what happened at that Esco Boy in Atlanta. 2 Chainz restaurant.
What?
How they was out there ordering bottle service and partying and loud music with no social distancing in effect, and then the police. Now the Georgia State Police rolled past and they suspected that they were operating this restaurant at a late night time, and they paid management a visit, and they said, hey, y'all gotta shut this shit down now. And had a lot of them from the front door swarming around them. They were partying. Just like how it was
I'm saying, like, And the funny thing is, by the time when he actually had his stuff restaurant open, we was already in phase 2. So in phase 2, we was able to have restaurants and certain type of businesses open for the entertainment of patrons. So that, like I said, like when that happened with the police just kind of like riding around, because the neighborhood that the actual restaurant is located in is kind of like of a downtown, I want to say a downtown or urban downtown area. And so when they actually went past it and they see a lot of people, standing outside and loitering, just kind of like how on the type of environment, we just loiter outside. It is what it is. So they see that and they figure like, okay, well, if there's people outside, then that means that it's not enough space for y'all to be inside for social distancing. So let me come in and see what's going on and be nosy. And that's what ended up happening. And they could have went about that so differently. Because mind you, again, we already in our phase 2 in regards to having businesses open. So we're having more people, out on the street and out doing miscellaneous things. Exactly. So they could have went about that so differently. But at the end of the day, it was still a business. Now, what they probably could have handled it differently was like maybe like, okay, well, you need to either have some people check out, they gotta go, or if they haven't checked in, they can't stay. Like either, it's a number of ways they could have handled that instead of just shutting the whole thing down the way they did. It's still a business at the end of the day, which is why they open the shit.
Now look, I understand they out here, they losing their money because of the quarantine and the executive orders, but these are executive orders from the president of the United States.
Man, okay.
He is our commander-in-chief.
Man, he's not my commander-in-chief.
Well, over in Atlanta, it's kind of different from over here in Missouri.
No, he's not my commander-in-chief.
I know, but over here...
Donald Trump overrules any governor.
I know, but over here in Missouri is different than over there in Atlanta.
The main difference is in regards to the population of what the metro city is. In the city of Atlanta, we have like literally over 800K people. Yeah. And that's just saying lightly. We have a large population, and then at that we're still growing. So there are more people still coming. So therefore they have to try to regulate things. But that's why we was one of the first states to experiment on the phases and opening our places early because we have a large population.
So are y'all still on stay-at-home orders?
No. Yeah. We're no longer on stay-at-home orders, no.
Yeah, outside?
Now, what?
A lot of y'all outside?
Yeah. For the most part, like I said, for like the essential workers are still out working. They have opened up recreational facilities. They opened up services, and I think that's probably where we are now. And then the next phase is going to be opening up like more closeness, so like schools and stuff like that. That's going to be the last to open, but that's already underway of happening now. Yeah, because the schools are now being subjugated to a certain training of being able to have a classroom structure where they have to eat lunch inside the classroom, and they have to stay in one classroom instead of transitioning to different ones. So we're already under that phase to go towards the third one. So it's a lot.
So what you think about Osage Beach and the actual like being out there, no fucking, social distance, stuff like that?
Lake of the Ozarks.
With the Lake of the Ozarks? With the Lake of the Ozarks, I think that was a force. I think that was a little push because the Lake of the Ozarks have many different locations, or I should say like attractions, to be able to still enforce, like you can enjoy yourself but still enforce the social distancing. But that's on them. So then now we should subjugate them to the same ordeal. Like, okay, Lake of the Ozarks, now you have a lot of people that's not enforcing the social distancing order, as opposed to what they did to, Escobar, where they had a lot of people in there, and then they were made to come, they were forced to shut down. So,
all right, like people at Backwater Jacks, they was forced to fucking be, solidified to a certain, stanza, and they were actually fucking, pressed to be on like a certain stem type thing with Backwater Jack, because it wasn't just Backwater Jacks that was out there. It was other fucking places like all.
Yeah, it was a lot of attractions that had people there because of Memorial Day.
Yeah,
it was a lot of people. It was a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
And so, like, and again, like I said, they have a lot of attractions where they could have been able to regulate that better than they did. That's all I'm saying. They could have regulated that so much better. Or in the case, and then if that's the case, that it was because it was very populated, very populated.
Yeah.
We kicking in Missouri.
Like,
show me state.
Show me 7. I'll show you 8.
I mean, I guess, but anytime I went there, I didn't see that many people out. But I digress.
Atlanta,
Oh, Atlanta's a whole nother story. We're not gonna talk about Atlanta yet.
Right. So, do you think that the schools will open in the fall?
I think that they are preparing to open, but they're also keeping in mind virtual.
Yeah.
But they are preparing to open. But again, every state is gonna have a different regulation based off of what the stats say. So we don't know. Not every school is gonna be open all over the country.
I think they're gonna open in the fall.
They're not gonna open.
You do?
Yeah, I think they're gonna open in the fall.
Or I think it might.
Especially in fucking
second wave.
Missouri.
I think the second wave will come back and hit us even harder.
Yeah, it's gonna come back right before school
I
starts. They're not gonna have time.
It is. So
I don't think so.
So based off of the stats, they're indicating a second wave of the corona to hit the states around between July and September. And that's going to be another intricate thing because that's also going to be directed into flu season.
Yep.
So that's going to be the corona on top of having the flu too. So that's going to be another ordeal.
Isn't corona?
Life is good.
So
wait, what?
What?
Corona?
What are you asking?
Why isn't flu corona?
Because the coronavirus is actually a mutated virus of the flu, so it's not the same. So
pneumonia?
Yes.
Pneumonia and the flu had a baby, it would be corona.
Right.
If pneumonia and the flu have a baby.
Because if you think about it, every year that we have the flu, they're behind in regards to the vaccinations for the regular flu. Why do you think there's normally, like, if you think about it, when you was a child, when you got the flu shot, your symptoms would not be the same as an adult as of now and having a flu shot.
Yeah.
It has mutated, so it's not the same anymore.
So would you get the corona fucking vaccine?
Negative.
Why?
You know what?
Why you wouldn't?
No, we moving on, motherfucker.
No, I want to know. I want to know. Hey, why you wouldn't fucking?
David, I'll answer it real fast. The reason why I will not get the vaccination because there is too many other natural remedies out here that I can be able to protect my immune system from getting the coronavirus, which is what it attacks. So as opposed to going out to have to pay and have to worry about if this vaccination gonna work, because technically if you think about it, when you actually get a flu shot, you're getting the flu.
Yeah.
So what will make it any different than you getting a coronavirus shot vaccine? They're not giving it to you already. It's just trying to break down your immune system to actually fight the actual virus itself.
Yeah.
So in that case, it would be redundant for me to get it. I'd rather take natural remedies and actually use that to strengthen my immune system.
Hell yeah.
That saves me time and money.
How fuck is that? I wouldn't get it because fucking it was too rushed for me. That fucking vaccine was too rushed for me to fucking get corona.
All I gotta say is that I got God on my side.
Ah, I got God on my
And you gotta
side,
stay
too.
prayed up.
Hell yeah.
Just like
That too.
I'm still praying.
I hear that.
Hell yeah. Shit. Well, shit.
Hey, I feel blessed.
You gotta do what you gotta do, baby. Bubbles, we love you. Have a good night. We fucking
What?
we gonna be
We
here
ain't
all-
even done. What are you talking about? No, we done. Cause he finna exit off.
I about to say he about to go.
Right left.
I now lost my train of thought. But you know, let's go to the Missy Reed's portion of the show. Now, I'm gonna bring on Miss DB. She was on the show last week and the week before. The last 2 weeks for her has been amazing. Yes.
Yes.
So give her a hand clap as she come on. Come on.
Yes.
Wait, I wasn't ready. Hold
I'm gonna get
on.
Dang.
Watch out. Here come Bianca. Hold on. Mark, move.
Girl,
You're not gonna do me how you did David. What?
Come on.
I ain't David, okay?
I came with you, Mark. Hey, Dee.
I'm the producer.
I don't know. What am I supposed to be doing? Messy Reads. Okay. You got one face for me, Bianca?
I don't know how technically messy it is and how you know. Okay, I'll just put it out there. So I was looking up on some information in regards. So apparently, Azalea Banks is trying to ruin marriages out here. Apparently.
Yeah, what?
Apparently, she's trying to ruin some marriages out here. So she went on to go talk about saying that, you know, she and Dave Chappelle wanted to do some freaky things and things.
She ain't got enough yet.
She ain't got enough yet, clearly. Because this, like this,
she ain't learned yet. Like, goddamn.
I don't know. Like she is an interesting specimen. I will say that she's an interesting specimen.
Now, when it comes to ruining marriages, it's not a one-way thing. It's not just her. So when it comes,
true. But it is also an allegedly thing because you know Dave Chappelle has no bones about airing his dirty laundry out in one of his stand-ups. So low key, once this probably get whiffed to him, I wouldn't be surprised if he put this shit out there on his stand-up because he normally does material like this. Him and Chris Rock, they're very
like for publicity type shit. What if the wife is in on it? Like, what if she? You know, I be thinking like shit.
I mean, because honestly, I haven't heard nothing from Azalea for a publicity stunt, but I'm like, girl, you need to go on about your life. Like she always stand on doing, like she want to go on these rants, get sad when people don't want to take up for her. And I mean, like, you chose to do that, so you can't be mad at the responses
that you get. Yeah.
So
I had a messy read. My messy read was some shit I seen on Snapchat. And it was a particular person. I'm not going to say any name. But, you know, they were like...
That's the messy. That's the messy.
What? My bad. Hey.
Come on, Mark.
My bad. Hey.
I think I don't look that bad.
Shit.
I think I don't look that bad. Just right.
Anyway. I'm gonna be wild out to a wild.
I told you I'm not David. I'm the security boy.
Security.
They gonna escort you. You see they coming.
Hey,
They gonna escort your ass. Anyway, so it was a snap I seen, and this certain person was like kind of outing down low men. Like he was. Thank you, Tony. He was
Yes.
like trying to be like, oh, you know, we have. I can't say everything. Anyway, he was outing down low men, and my thing is, how can you out somebody that when you down low yourself? Like you try to put attention on other people and they'll be in down low, but you like to do the same thing yourself. Then I think okay, so it's for real. So you know, we have a friend, you know, that can get receipts and information on niggas, right? So when you they call me fucking put me off all the I'm sorry, y'all. Like I'm not here. I'm just this is a messy thing because Mark
You good.
here.
You good, babe.
So my thing is like when you be down low and y'all think it's a secret, and then we have receipts from the niggas that y'all down low with, but y'all don't know that. But y'all trying to still like go ahead when y'all trying to bitches, the females. I'm sorry, get at us females, and we already know what you doing on the low. Like this is a mess.
They be thinking they can they think they can get away with it, so why attempt? And normally based off of maybe what their record is, if they can, they will.
Most of the time they do, and that's the sad part. Like, but they think they do. Like they think they. Yeah, Atlanta though they don't give a fuck. But my thing is, I'm not finna mess with you and you like the same thing I like. Whether you like it openly,
That is true.
whether you like it openly or you like it behind closed doors, you like it.
I mean, and that is true. But I mean, some people like they kicking it too, so they want to keep it to themselves, but they want to be able to have the other piece of the pie.
No, this is not. I don't know. I had some messy reads for y'all today. Like I said, I've been thrown off my.
She got thrown off her motherfucking spectrum and shit. Cause she had some real motherfuckers come and spectrum her. How you
All
doing?
I can say is this is one hell of a wild out Wednesday. Okay.
One hell of
one.
Hey, Mark.
I feel like you deserve a redo.
Bianca, what you been doing?
Because
hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, close your shirt.
Why I gotta close my shirt? You put that tattoo right? Hey,
because a guest asked you to. Because a guest asked you to.
Yeah. She don't like when I magic Mike her motherfucking arm and shit, and I had the tattoos and I was gonna fucking I was gonna do my thing.
Bianca, anyway, so with me being a co-host for the last 2 weeks, I am going to tell you that he is the man. Bitch, and you ain't wrong, Brianna. Stop playing. But anyway, Mark, wrong. Cause you just you do. Y'all, I'm sorry. This is not. We've been on the road these last 2 weeks. This is a Wild Out Wednesday. Bianca, I'm going to tell Dave this is not my show, but I'm saying it myself. You deserve a redo. So you're going to be back next week, okay? And we're going to do this again. And right, you know.
I definitely do enjoy y'all. You know, nonetheless, I still enjoy myself. But
yeah, period. Yes, it's a good one, but it's not. You know, it wasn't what we had expectations for. Me and David been talking about this all day. So, you know, it was kind of...
I fuck with Bianca, though.
And Bianca fucks with us.
Bianca, you fuck...
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all my people. I love it.
On the
I love y'all.
side, on the, you know,
This is funny me for. I'm not pissed off.
the fucking,
Anyway, you guys have